The 2019 Golf R is unmistakably a perfect mixture made in heaven of performance and practicality. The incredible tenure and class of its design mixed with a beautifully harmonized styling on the interior puts this vehicle in a different league compared to its flashier competitors like the Ford Focus RS and Honda Civic Type R. But this generation of Golf Rs are at a brink of extinction as it is the last of its kind on the MK7 chassis, and the new version on the MK8 chassis is just around the corner. So as a practical consumer looking for a new vehicle, is the new MK8 worth the wait, or is this generation too good to miss out on? Well, we're about to find out.
This is it!
This is what?
The crazy engine, the massive engine. It's a 2-liter inline 4 producing a crazy 288 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. 280.
Oh, okay.
288 horsepower, but 280 pound-feet of torque. But wait, what transmission does this have? Do you know this?
This has a 7-speed dual clutch transmission.
And isn't it this transmission that's straight out of a Lamborghini Huracan?
Straight from Lamborghini, yeah.
But the Aventador doesn't even have this, right?
No, the Aventador doesn't have the dual clutch transmission for a $500,000
yeah,
car.
$500,000. I
don't get that.
But wait, since we're talking about price, how much would it cost a normal consumer that's going to Volkswagen, wants to buy this car with the 288 horsepower and the 7-speed dual clutch? How much would it cost, MSRP?
MSRP around 43. $1,000.
Okay, that's Canadian, right?
Canadian money.
Okay, so that means that, let me get this straight. For the price of a Lamborghini Aventador, I could be getting 10 Golf Rs with 10 7-speed dual clutch transmissions and a combined horsepower of 2,880. Yes, people, I could do my math. Be nice.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, guys. So look, you're gonna get some consumer advice over here. If you're the owner of a Lamborghini Aventador, go sell it right now. That thing is trash. And go buy 10 baby Golf Rs. Thank you so much for watching. Now, another reason why the Golf R is so good is ass. Well, more particularly what you can fit in the ass.
What a bad joke.
It's not a joke. Bear with me. Look. Let's make it. Let's try it out, okay? So let's say I'm kidnapping someone, right?
Kidnapping?
Yeah, I'm kidnapping you. So you're 6'3" and you weigh the same amount as like a baby elephant, right?
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna shove you in the car. Let's see if it works. Go in. Let's see. Go in.
Shit. Hey.
Okay, there we go. That fits amazingly, guys. You can fit some luggage in here. There we go.
Ow!
Okay, so this car has 4-wheel drive, right? So how is it around the corners? How does it feel?
Around the corner, this car feels amazing. You can floor it, push it, and
you always feel safe, right?
you always feel safe.
Well, that's what's fun about these small cars. So the thing is, let's say you're driving a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or any fast supercar, you're always worrying about what gear you're in when you're approaching a corner, or the speed you're going at, or how much you're braking, and you're always focusing on that instead of focusing on enjoying the ride.
Yeah.
As in with this, all you have to do is put your foot down, and you know you're gonna be okay on the other side. Yeah, you know you're gonna make it on the other side of the corner, and that's what's fun about these cars, And you drove the Evo actually, right?
Yeah, I drove the Evo, and because the Lamborghini is the same family as Volkswagen, they are all the same and the same family. The feeling driving the Golf R, I find it's similar.
Yeah, you get the same feeling about, right?
That's a baby Lambo right around.
Yeah, it is. It has some of the same parts as well.
Whoa.
And then we hear the sound. What about the sound? So it obviously doesn't have the best exhaust system, right? We know that, but you do get some fake sounds pumped into the speakers, as you do in a lot of vehicles. It's a new thing, yeah, because of the CO2 emissions that car makers need to respect. They need to push. Yeah, Volkswagen has a hard time meeting CO2 emissions, so we know that they made that exhaust extra quiet, just because they don't want to be caught lying about any CO2 emissions. That wouldn't be a good thing, right? But what about
fuel economy?
Yeah, what about fuel economy? Talking about emissions.
Depends on how you push the car.
Okay.
But when you're driving normally
on the highway,
fuel economy is good. You have like I think 30 miles per gallon.
I think we tested it up and we got about 30 miles per gallon on the highway, so which is pretty decent. It's not that bad. If it's they don't seem to have lied about that, so that's a good thing. Now,
Volkswagen.
what about the tires, brakes, suspension? Because we know the tires are super sticky, right? They grip corners really well, but you have to be careful with the potholes, right?
You have really to be careful with the pothole, especially with that those type of cars. Potholes, you don't want.
Yeah, it's the same thing for all of the cars of this type. Yeah, you have to be careful with the potholes because you'll break a lot of tires and mags. But what about the suspension? The ride's really comfortable, right?
Comfortable. You have different modes.
Okay.
You have eco.
Normal.
There's a normal mode.
There's eco, comfort, normal, race, and individual, right?
Yeah.
So individual will allow you to customize all of your settings of the car and put them the way you like it. And then eco mode will be the most economical mode.
Friendly.
Normal, then comfort mode will be the most comfortable, right?
Yes.
The suspension is comfortable. And then there's the normal mode, which is for 75-year-old golfers. Anybody besides that won't use it. And then the best mode is definitely the race mode, where everything will
stiffen up a bit. The wheel,
steering wheel, yeah.
The steering wheel, yeah, not stiff like a real racing car or a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, but you find it, a bit.
But that's what makes this car good, because you get that versatility of it, right?
Yes.
But then, what about the interior? What do you think about it? Because we're talking about the steering wheel, there's that. So the steering wheel is actually good looking. I find it looks good. And you get that digital dash, and then your screen you have your drive mode, but you also get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. And then you have the option to have in the menus, you can see all the dynamic settings of the vehicle with the G-force. You have lap timers.
You have.
And I know you really like the interior of this car, right?
Yeah, I like it.
And compared to
the competition, I like it.
Okay.
I like it. For me, it's
how would you place it in the rankings compared to other vehicles?
the top.
For you, it's number one?
I'm sorry, it's a Volkswagen. It's the top.
Okay, so you see, I disagree with that, because for me, the best interior is the new Mercedes A45 or A35, the new A-Class.
Excuse me, but you can't compare a Mercedes versus a Volkswagen.
Yeah, because it's better.
No, you compare this to a Honda Civic Type R or Ford Focus RS. That's the same league, but a Mercedes, even it's a A35. No, it's something else. Mercedes stay Mercedes. Don't compare that.
Guys, I still love Mercedes more. But let's stop with this, because what are we gonna do now? We're gonna drive this car because this is what you guys want to see. We're gonna be pushing it a bit.
And actually, a Golf R. When you say Golf R, you set it on control there.
That's not true. I'm doing that again.
The Golf R is an incredibly respected vehicle, and rightfully so. As we've shown time and again throughout this episode, this car is the perfect balance between practicality and performance. It allows you to bring the kids to hockey practice and race your friends on the way back home. Although it is important to note that Greenlight Car Reviews does not condone reckless driving, we do condone having a good time. And it's very hard not to be smiling when you're behind the steering wheel of a Volkswagen Golf R. Now, as to should you wait for the new model to come out, or should you rush to the closest VW dealership and buy one right now, we'll let you be the judge of that. But we'll leave you with this one thought. Every day you miss a good drive is a day less spent having a good time. Thank you to everybody that watches our channel. Thank you for the support. Thank you to God and to our families. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and drive safe, everybody.